So I'm Scott, this is my 1958 right-hand drive camper. Yeah, it's my 1958 right-hand drive camper van. It's an 11-window combi, originally imported into UK. And yeah, it started a bit of a different life, I suppose. I'm the 13th owner. I'm not quite sure of the previous ownership. I do need to chase the history, but when I got it, it was literally a complete shell, bare metal shell, sat in a garage for 6-7 years, looked a bit sorry for itself, and a couple of months later I went back, offered the owner yeah, some money. He ummed and ahed and ran me back, and I ended up getting it. So to my surprise I got it, and then the restoration begun really. Car experience has been not massive. Classic wise, really this started me off. I've owned this for 15 years, so I got it fairly young, and I think my dream was to do a lot with it, but at the time money didn't really happen, so I got it to a running state, but it was more, you looked inside, it was completely bare. So as much as it ran and it was functioning, it was just bare. It did start life as a early legacy lump, which was around the sort of 150, 200 horse mark. I got a company to do the basic conversion to start, and then it kind of snowballed from there. I got the taste of it. Bodywork I kind of done when I could afford it. A lot of it was really well maintained, to be fair, so a lot of the usual things had gone. Doors at the bottoms, because they obviously rot at the bottom because the water drains through. Sills, floor pans, arches, fairly solid for a UK car. Just to double check, I did get it soda blasted completely all the way around. Little tweaks on panel works, panel gapping, but no, other than that it was bang on. And yeah, then a few years down the line, when I started getting a few more bits of money coming together, interiors went in, engines got slower, so obviously I wanted something a little bit better, a bit more responsive, which meant cooling needed upgrading, and yeah, it just keeps going and going and going. I just had a passion for VWs. Always loved the Beetles, but at the time I wasn't specifically looking for this. It was more, I just loved an old car, so I'd save for a long time while living at home. And yeah, it was just, it came up at the right time and I got it. It was at the time really that these weren't ridiculous money either. So I kind of got it for, it was still expensive compared to a car. I think I spent something like 7,500 for it as a shell, but it had all the glass in it, all the original components. And then yeah, just didn't kind of jump into it thinking it was going to get done tomorrow, but loved the idea of developing something that I'd build myself. So it just kind of built and built and built, and this is what you've got today really. Probably about a fourth evolution of what it originally was. Not really funny as such. I'd probably say the funniest thing was the purchase of the vehicle. I wasn't really obviously getting any form of car. I knew I wanted an old classic. Got this phone call that I'd made an offer. I didn't tell anyone that I made the offer to the gentleman that actually owned it before. Mum was currently on holiday. Come back, old VW parked on the drive. Two wheels on the front, no engine, no drive shafts. Been towed there, kicked off like anything. But I can't move it now, it's got no engine. So the funniest thing is that she always put that against me, but now it's obviously a finished product. She can see what it is and what these are sort of fetching. Not that I'm selling it, but what it's sort of worth. She sees that it's my passion, interest, and this is what's happened really, and come out of it as a result. Rach has always been a big support since we've been together. She absolutely loves it. Come rain or shine, regardless if we've got a garage, it's outside, jacked up, doing bits. She'll be in her scruffs, underneath it, polishing it, just helping me passing a spanner. She'll even get hands on dirty, so bleeding the brake system. She absolutely loves it. And such an amazing support for me. She's always there for me, regardless what happens. And yeah, thanks Rach. Obviously, this wouldn't be here without you either, so that's another massive thank you in my life for getting it where it is.